Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's drive-by. I'm in southern Florida. I'm on the I-75. I'm actually going southbound from Tampa towards Naples. 75 degrees. It's 6:42 in the evening. It's October 25th, 2014, and today is Saturday. Guys, I wanted to bring something up real quick. Desert Eagle. If you're having problems with Desert Eagles, as far as this video is just going to be talking about it, and then I'm going to have another video, a brand new video I'm uploading on this. But this is basically, if you're having problems with your Desert Eagle jamming, magazines hard to insert into the gun, slides locking back and not going forward, failure to feeds, just general melody stuff, you know, like your Desert Eagle's sick. Probably 98% of the problem are magazines. The Desert Eagle, the magazines are made by a third-party company. They don't make their own magazines, and especially now, you can't even get them plated for Magnum Research. Look how that guy's driving. No blinkers or anything. In a hurry to go nowhere. But anyway, that white car in front of us, cut right in front of me, no blinkers. I don't know, you know. But anyway, so the Desert Eagles, they get these magazines in, and they include them with the gun. But a lot of times, there's several problems with the magazines. And I'm just going to roughly go over them, but I've got a new video that I'm uploading shortly to show you some of the details on it. But the main problem is usually on the magazine. If you look at the magazine, okay, on the back of the magazine, on the rear of the magazine, the flat piece, not the round, on the very bottom there is a little tab, and it's sticking out, okay? That little tab that sticks out, when you put your magazine in, that tab is supposed to catch on a little lip on the inside of your mag well to hold your magazine about 1/16 of an inch. I didn't really even measured it, about 1/16 of an inch or so out of your mag well. And that's like a floating, it's called a floating magazine. And that ensures that the top of the magazine, okay, where the feed lips and everything are, don't go up too far. Because if they go too far, when the slide goes forward, it will jam and it will stop. Because there is a rail, almost like a, inside the slide, there's another set of like rails, like another slide, to guide over the feed lips. And then the bolt strips off the bullet and puts it into the chamber. Okay, so if those feed lips are up too high, you know, even if it gets bounced around a little from shooting, in the magazine, you know, the slide goes back, it will try to come forward and it won't be able to, or sometimes it'll feed the bullet incorrectly and you might get a jam or something, okay? So that's part of it. Another part of it is if you put it in and the tab is not out far enough, the whole magazine will go in and it will jam into your gun and you won't be able to get it out. You won't even be able to open your slide. You'll have to take your grips off and pound it and do a hell of a lot of stuff to get that off, because that little tab on the bottom should be, you know, hitting right on the mag well. It's a stop. But if it's not out far enough, it'll go slide in and it'll actually jam in your mag well, and then it's a pain in the ass to get it out. Also, another thing can happen if your the follower is the black piece that when you put your bullets in, it pushes down. It's a black, it's at the end of the spring inside your magazine. Well, on the side of it, there's a little window and it's got a little like foot, little tab. Okay. Well, what happens when you load your rounds into your magazine, that foot goes further down into the magazine. So when you put your slide in, you know, that rear tab stops it and won't let it go up any further, and the slide release on the inside of the mag well, there's a tab. So nothing pushes up on that, because when you put your rounds in there, it pushes down on the mag follower, it pushes down, and that little foot is buried down. So when you put your magazine in there, that foot does not push on the slide release to push it up. As you fire the gun, you fire it one time, slide goes back, strips off, you fire it again, and then eventually your last round you fire it, strips it off, it goes back, and what happens then, the follower there's no more rounds in there, so nothing holding it down, it comes up, and on the side, that little window, you'll see it's a little foot. Pushes up on the slide release, okay, pushes up, and then when the slide goes back, comes forward, it locks. So it locks the slide back because it's putting pressure inside. Now, if for any reason ever, if you get a bullet in there, okay, that's pushed too far over, or if you get that little tab breaks off or something, or anything like that, that's going to cause that inner tab on your slide release to push up, it will lock your slide back automatically. And then you'll have problems. So basically everything functions on the magazine, because the magazine does a lot of different things. It's a little different than your normal magazine, because the magazine, okay, it has the slide release tab on the little window, and if you're holding the magazine with the flat part in front of you, well, then on the left you have a little window with a little foot. It sticks out. You'll see it. It's like a little foot on the follower where that little window is, and then the very bottom in front of you, flat, you have the little tab that's sticking out. So if that little follower is cracked or chipped, or for any reason, if you're when the last round fires, if that foot doesn't come up, it won't lock the slide back down. So, it's very critical inside there. Can cause a lot of problems. So, to reiterate again, to recap, what happens is your magazine, okay, internally has a spring, then it has a follower. The follower is the black part where you put the bullets in. It's got a little beveled area, and you put the bullets in. Well, that follower on the left side of it, if you're looking with the flat part in front of you and the tab on the bottom, on the left side, there's a little foot that sticks out. Okay, there's like window, like a little cut, about. It's not that far. I don't know, about a quarter of an inch, half inch up. But there's a little window. So what happens is, as you put your bullets in, that little follower goes past that window and goes into your magazine. So it's not sticking up, because if it sticks up, it's going to push your magazine release up. And so this allows you to put your magazine in and fire. And as you fire, right, let's say, even if it's dirty in there, or the spring is weak, or any kind of problem internally that affects that follower, will affect your locking back, your magazine, your slide release. And if you're firing, and then the last round when you fire it, if your slide doesn't lock back, if it goes forward, and you have an empty chamber, well, then there again, it's that little foot which is not pushing up, because that's possibly something that's jamming. That little black piece follower is dirty. Your spring is bad or something. And what's happening is the last one fires, the follower doesn't come up, and then your slide will go back and it'll come forward. Okay, because that follower is not pushing up the slide release to lock it. And you'll see in some of my videos when I show you, I'm going to go back, and go in depth and take a magazine apart and show you inside of it. I'm going to do it really, because it is important for you guys to understand the dynamics of it, because a lot of people blame the guns, and it's simply not the problem. The problem is not with the guns. The problem is with the magazines. I say 98%. I'd probably say 99.9% of the problem is with the magazines. The magazines are third-party magazines. I don't know who makes them. Of course, they're made on a production line, and sometimes the tolerance and the feed lips are off. A lot of times that bottom tab on the back of it, you know, like I said, there's the flat part of the magazines. It's totally flat. There's a tab right on the bottom sticking out. That tab sometimes is not out far enough. It's pushed in a little, and then that can cause problems. So really, that's where you want to look. You want to investigate, and I'm going to go through. Stay tuned. I'm going to have a Desert Eagle video that I'm going to be putting up. Well, it'll probably already be up by the time this video is up. If it's not, it will be up shortly. And take a look, because it will save you a lot of friggin' grief. So thanks a lot for tuning into my drive-by. And I just put these up here because I've gone through this mess with the Desert Eagles. I've had nightmares. I mean, I had one that had a problem with magazines, and I must have wasted 400 rounds of ammunition every night. Come home and clean it. It was just a pain in the ass. It wasn't fun to shoot the gun. Every time I wanted to shoot the gun, I wasn't sure if it was going to jam. I was getting scared at the range, or like embarrassed. I didn't want to shoot the gun and not have it. And yeah, that's definitely the problem. Is definitely those magazines. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a video for you guys to watch, and I hope, if you have a Desert Eagle, you'll probably know what I'm talking about if you look at the magazine, just in this drive-by. If you don't, then take a look at my video when it goes up, and I'll label it magazine fixes, tips, or whatever on it. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in to my drive-by. Tell me if you like them. I try to, get you some intelligent information out there, stuff that I think about when I'm driving. And take it easy. Thanks a lot, guys.